created. It's such a big part of having success in this league is protecting the football, and if you're a defense trying to turn it over, and they've done that so well. And so we obviously feel a need to protect the football, as we always do, but just when you're going against a team as good as they are on defense of taking it away, just having a heightened sense of awareness of a need to, not give them that whenever possible.
Kirk, how close or how much did you consider going to the Jets during free agency earlier this year?
Yeah, I mean, it was a process of 2.5 months of trying to research once I found out my former team, the Redskins, was out. It was probably a month and a half of trying to gather information on all those teams that were still looking for a quarterback. And so, for a month and a half, I was really trying to dive into coaching staffs, rosters, and the whole 9 yards.
I know there was a New York Post column a day or two ago. They were pretty critical of you, saying that video that you put out looked like you just kind of used the Jets for leverage to get the Vikings offer. Any thoughts on that? Any validity to what they're saying there?
Well, criticism is going to be a part, especially when you're going into an opposing team's media climate. They're going to find ways to criticize, and that show was meant to show the journey and meant to show how impressed I've been with the Minnesota Vikings. It was not meant to be a slight to anybody else. This is the NFL. Every team is run well, has great coaches. I have tremendous respect for Coach Bowles. I've played against him, and he's had my lunch a couple times. And Jeremy Bates, our offensive coordinator, is a phenomenal coach and play caller, doing a great job this year. So, the Vikings, it was really meant to show the Vikings as a great fit for us and nothing more.
When you do research on teams like that, is there anything from that process that you can carry into this week, or is it not detailed enough to have any transfer into a game prep kind of week?
I think one thing that I've noticed in looking at the roster this week is how much they've added players in free agency. Mm-hmm. So when I was looking at their roster, it's not factoring that in. So there's a lot of change, and then there's injuries, and so as we know, there's so much turnover in the NFL that it is a little hard to take a snapshot in February or March and feel like it's still going to be the same in October of the following year.